And welcome to everybody's new favorite game show, Find That 40K Fact. Today's contestant is Ryan. Ryan, have you ever played Warhammer 40K?
No.
How would you summarize your experience with Warhammer 40K?
I know people who are 40K enthusiasts. I also was into running the Warhammer fantasy role-playing game, and then just sort of adjacently learned about 40K from that. And I played one session of Rogue Trader.
Excellent. So you are vaguely familiar with the overall themes of Warhammer 40K.
Yeah.
The grim darkness of that universe. So, the rules of the game are simple. You will be given 7 questions. With each question, there are 3 facts. Out of the 3, only one is an actual fact from the lore from the 40K universe. Your objective is to find the correct fact.
All right.
Make sense?
Makes sense.
Okay, here we go. Question number 1. Option A, the Adeptus Mechanicus uses perpetual motion machines as vehicles that must be mounted while on a treadmill. B, B, the Space Wolves chapter of Space Marines have tails under their armor that wag when excited. Or C, Eldar have a weapon that makes their enemies die from regret.
Jesus Christ.
To review the rules, your job here is to sift through these options and figure out which one is fact in the 40K universe.
Okay, all right. What's too stupid to be Warhammer? All right, I'm leaning away from the Adeptus Mechanicus because perpetual motion is entirely too clean for the 40K universe. Like, all your shit has to run on, like, the tears of the forlorn, or like you have to make liquid baby fuel by grinding babies up or some shit like that, or just like, yeah, it just straight up runs on souls. We just pour some souls in the tank and off we go. So I think that would be a vehicle. I don't think the Adeptus Mechanics would use something as fucking weak as perpetual motion. All right, so I'm gonna cross that one off. Okay, Space Wolves chapter have tails under their armor that wag when excited. All right, I feel like this is calling me to take a shot at furries, but I'm feeling like uncharacteristically charitable today, so we're just gonna let it go.
I mean, if
if
there's a faction in 40K that would call to furries, it would be the Space Wolves.
So I'm gonna call that one BS. All right, so weapons that make their enemies die from regret has the same energy as Cosmic Space Orgy.
Which the Eldar are famous for.
C is my final answer.
And the answer is A, the perpetual motion machines. And there's a model of it right there. They are called Iron Striders.
All right, and they don't like suck the blood out of their pilot.
Well, it never said how they're powered perpetually.
They don't have to like stick their firstborn in as like a key, like into the ignition. Okay, well, all right. So that's like surprisingly tame. I'm surprised.
All right. Question number 2. Speaking of furries,
Jesus, why is this happening?
Tyranids were originally allergic to water, but they adapted. They got better. B, catgirls exist in the 40K universe. Or C, Space Marines have an implanted organ that makes them immune to being tickled.
Oh my God. All right, I don't want any of these to be true. I think the cat girl one is most obvious why I don't want that to be true. And man, so I don't know, I can almost believe C because like it seems like the Emperor would want to make sure that the Space Marines never feel anything like resembling joy.
And Space Marines do have an absurd amount of extra organ.
I also feel like the Emperor wouldn't waste resources on something so trivial. Okay, so I want to go back to A, which people are probably like, why wouldn't you want that to be true? Okay, so I f***ing hate the movie Science.
I knew it.
And that's science right there. And if Warhammer 40K has something in common with science, I don't want to.
Now, 40K did come before Science.
It came way before Science. Okay, so A is probably the one I'm most okay with, I guess. B, I feel like there's a demand in a segment of the fandom. I
I mean,
don't
look at the there's a picture right there. There's somebody made fan art of a cat girl Imperial Guard.
right. Yeah, someone did. Someone did. And that's probably among the tamer pictures that probably exist. I need an adult. Okay, all right, so all right, I'm gonna throw a Hail Mary. I don't think A is true, but I really want it to be the true one.
All right, well, I'm sorry to say the answer is B. Cat girls do exist in the 40K
Oh
universe.
no! Oh god, I'm not surprised.
They are a subspecies of human on one of the settled planets called felinids.
God.
Question number 3. Lionel Johnson, the Primarch of the Dark Angels chapter, was named after English poet Lionel Johnson, whose debut poem was titled Dark Angel. Or B. Space Marines chapter masters are chosen by popular vote. Or C. Tau reproduced by budding. And those are Tau featured to the right there.
All right. These don't f me up the way that the other facts have.
This question has a bit of a different feel to it.
Lion L. Johnson. I was like, Lion Vel Johnson?
Yep,
Like,
he's the Primarch
sorry.
referred to as the Lion. And he is supposedly currently
Okay, so wait.
asleep in stasis on the Dark Angels' homeworld of the Rock.
All right. Well, okay, hang on. Man, there's a lot of Lion L. Johnson, The Rock Johnson. Now that opens up a rabbit hole I don't want to go down. All right, I kind of want that one to be true, so I'm gonna. Okay, Space Marine chapter masters are chosen by popular vote. That seems like giving the Space Marines a little too much choice. Usually, the only choice we want them to make is like what setting their bolt gun is on. And Tau reproduced by budding. All right, so if we'd played this game a couple weeks ago, I would have been like, C is definitely fake because, like, that's stupid. But orcs are fungus.
Yes.
So if orcs can be fungus, I guess Tau reproducing by budding isn't really that much of a stretch. So actually, I think C is true.
Final answer?
Yeah.
All right. The answer is A.
Ooh, weird Easter egg to put in 40K.
All right. Question number 4. Option A. Space Marines' power armor converts their poop back into food.
That is definitely true because of Warhammer.
B. The Blood Angels chapter of Space Marines have ceremonies similar to raves before battles.
It's fucking cringy.
Or C. Some elite Necrons have ornamental genitals.
Oh no. All right. Okay. I can believe all of these are true in Warhammer 40K. Like I would believe all of these.
I had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun making
fact.
this game.
Okay, so if they all seem, this is my thought process. If they all seem conceivably true in the world of Warhammer, then the stupidest one must be the truth. All right. Power Army converting poop back into food is gross, but like kind of disgustingly utilitarian in a universe where you are just constantly at war. And you have these guys who are basically living murder machines. Okay. All right. Blood Angels having a rave. I could like kind of believe it, but like a rave sounds like something you would enjoy yourself at. I mean, like if you're into that kind of thing. And from what I understand, no one is allowed to enjoy anything in 40K. Everyone must be miserable. So the dumbest thing is ornamental genitals. Like, oh my god. I'm going to guess that it's actually the ornamental genitals.
All right, final answer C.
Yeah.
The answer is A. Space Marine power
That's-
armor converts their poop back into nutrients.
All right, I can believe that.
That one makes that makes sense, doesn't it?
It does make sense. I just felt like that it was too, I don't know, not stupid enough. Like it's just not like it's not pushing the boundaries of stupid.
All right, well, get ready for this next question then.
That was a curveball.
All right, question 5.
All right.
Option A, orcs were accidentally created by the Eldar when they combined the DNA of primordial apes and edible mushrooms in order to create a meat alternative. Or B, the Adeptus Custodes, the Emperor's personal bodyguard, ritually anoint themselves with the Emperor's various fluids after they are drained. Or C, Nikola Tesla's skull was dug up and is being used by the Adeptus Mechanicus as a weapon.
God. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Okay. A, I know is not true.
Oh, okay. All right.
Also, I don't think Eldar eat meat because they're elves.
Well, that's why they wanted a
Space
meat alternative.
Look, I'm not saying that that's stupid enough to stop anybody in 40K from doing it. It just seems a little inconsistent.
All right. Okay.
So I think so that brings me down to 2. All right, the Adeptus Custodes.
So a little bit of
Emperor-
background on here. The Emperor, after the Horus Heresy, was placed on the Golden Throne of Terra because he was mortally wounded and requires constant life support and attention in order to stay alive.
Man, he's dead.
He's mostly dead.
He's dead. Let it go.
Well, he's also powering the Astronomicon.
Oh, shit. Better leave him plugged in. I mean, we didn't exactly get a DNR.
No, you forgot to sign it.
He was busy. He had like 70 sketchy science projects going on at the same time. Sign your DNR. If you're watching this video, just make sure.
Go to your attorney. Go to your attorney.
Better.
Talk to him about a DNR. And a will. I wonder if the Emperor had a will. All right. How does C look?
Okay, I don't know how they would how Nikola Tesla's skull would exist 40,000 years from now. There's no way that the skull would be intact. And what weapon potential would Nikola Tesla's skull have? He was just a genius. He didn't have like an electric brain.
Well, and if you look to that image to the right, that's a tech priest from the Adeptus Mechanicus. They attach all kinds of things to skulls.
Oh, the skulls for magic. Techno magic. All right. I'm going to say that B is real.
Okay, final answer?
Yeah.
The answer is C.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Oh, Jesus Christ. What does it do? It's a fucking skull. So my strategy of pick the stupidest thing is sometimes valid.
From the Warhammer 40k Lexicanum website, the skull of Elder Nicholas is a relic of the Adeptus Mechanicus. This skull once belonged to an ancient human who lived during the early days of mankind. Should the correct praise psalm be sung to it, the skull will emit a halo of electric power that expands outwards, scrambling the circuits of enemy war machines. Question 6. Option A. Orcs use their own teeth as currency. Grot teeth are worth less. Or B. Drukhari are a faction of Eldar that became evil and nihilistic after discovering archives of human philosophy that included Friedrich Nietzsche. Or C. Khorne secretly has a crush on Slaanesh.
All right. I don't even understand how orcs have teeth if they're fungus. But that also doesn't invalidate that as an answer. Oh, come on. Nietzsche doesn't make you evil. It just makes you weird at parties.
Well, and keep in mind who the fans are.
Oh, shit. B is true. Yeah, B is true.
All right, final answer?
Yeah, B is true.
All right, the answer is A.
What?
Orcs use their teeth as currency.
All right.
So it's actually
I mean, like,
it's actually the perfect currency system because it requires wealthy orcs to constantly stay active and contribute to their economy. Otherwise, their money just rots away.
wait.
And by economy, I mean war. All right, question 7. And the final question, your last chance to get on the scoreboard.
Like, I'm not even on the scoreboard.
All right. Option A, the Salamanders chapter of Space Marine has green armor because they were originally developed on a planet with vicious canid creatures that could only see in shades of yellow and blue. Or B, the battery packs of the Imperial Guard's las weapons are charged through burning their dead. Or C, there is a Slanesh demon world that is actually just a massive, morbidly obese man in a fetal position.
Oh, no. All right, well, this is another one where I feel like the answer is C, but I don't want it to be. I feel like maybe the answer A feels like one of those answers that has like part of the truth in it, but then it has like an untrue detail. I feel like a las weapon would require more energy than would be produced by a burning body. Also, I don't want C to be true, but I feel like the answer is C, but also I feel like if I ran a 40k role-playing game, I'm going to 100% make my fucking players go to that planet.
All right, locking in C.
Lock in C. Let's do it. Let's see if I got 1 out of 7.
And Ryan is on the board.
Oh, yeah! Also, oh, no. Terrible.
In the Abyssal Crusade of the 37th millennia, the Sentinels chapter invaded Oliensis, first slaughtering the Beastmen before clashing with its Noise Marines. Eventually, the battle awakened the planet-sized man who proceeded to devour the combatants. Inside him, the Sentinels were eventually forced to resort to cannibalism to survive, ultimately re-emerging as the corrupted Corpus Brethren. Alright, so Ryan, our contestant here, got how many? Let's tab it up again. 1 out of 7. Congratulations, 1 out of 7. You can spin it for yourself. Is that a good thing or is it a bad thing?
Means I don't know that much about 40k, which I would say is probably a win on some levels. But it also means some of those things are true in the canon.
So no matter who wins, we lose.
Yep.
All right, Ryan, thank you very much for coming out and participating today. Hopefully it was as fun for you to take this quiz as it was for me to make it.
Yeah, I need to go meditate.